Hello and a very warm welcome. This is Her Space. In this podcast, we bring stories of mothers across Africa, mothers who are in different spaces. In this month, we are illuminating on autism. We have the whole world celebrates and builds acceptance and awareness for people on the spectrum in the month of April. And this month, we've got very many different guests on the show who are people on the spectrum, mothers and fathers raising children on the spectrum, looking at where are the challenges and where are the gaps and which areas can we build advocacy as not just as parents of children in the spectrum, but also as a community, as neighbors, as friends, as family. So wherever you are, we are asking, kindly educate yourself. Talk to somebody if you know a family member who has a child or a young adult or an adult on the spectrum. Support them in any way you can, and let's accommodate people on the spectrum. They do so much, and you will be hearing from our guest today. They do so much to be able to live in this noisy world. So I think it is very important also for us to be able to accommodate them. Most welcome. Enjoy the show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much and most welcome. Today we have a very special guest, this beautiful young lady who is proudly on the spectrum, and I will let her introduce herself. You look so nice. Welcome. You're so beautiful, and I love your earrings.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're quite. Karibu sana. Yeah, introduce yourself. Tell us your name, what you do. Yes.
So, hi, I'm Sarah Bosibori, an autistic adult and an autistic advocate. I wear many hats, but the first hat I ever wore before fully accepting that I'm autistic, I was Light of Autism Kenya 2019 to 2020. And I'm so excited to be here because, yes, it's the month of autism.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, good. Tell us what you do daily, girl.
Okay, I'm currently an intern at Kenya Airways.
Yeah.
Pursuing IT.
Yes.
IT, cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Aside from now, like my career,
Yes.
I'm also a YALI alumni.
Okay.
YALI is a program that was brought by Obama.
Oh, nice.
Immediately after I finished his term as the US president, he came and brought a program that was basically youth-led. It's a leadership program for youth in East Africa.
Okay.
So I did that. It has like several tracks. There's business and entrepreneurship, public management, and there's one more track I'm forgetting.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
But yes, I managed to be the first autistic individual in East Africa to actually get into the program under public management.
Okay.
Through that program, I think after a year, I vied for a position.
Okay.
For the program, yeah.
You have some political element in you.
So I vied for PWD champion. Basically, is to sort of create a kind of, not awareness creation, but basically bringing PWDs from East Africa to feel that they belong in the YALI fraternity.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are trying to make it inclusive for PWDs to be in the program.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And you, how has that been? Have you managed to get some progress?
Yes. I think this few months, it's my last term.
Okay.
It's I think it was for 2 years. So I've learned so many things, networked with so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since my crown as Light of Autism Kenya 2019 to 2020, it has really opened doors to so many
Other
initiatives,
avenues, yeah.
to just basically networking, and now going through platforms, various platforms that you come to know and grow as an individual.
Yeah. Well done. And Miss, you still hold the crown, right? I mean, like, you hold the crown for a period of time?
It was just 2019 and 2020.
You are the
but
2019, 2020 Miss Autism
Miss
Kenya.
Autism Kenya.
Well done. You look good and you look the part, and well done for that. And now you've been doing so much work to advocate. And shout out to Kenya Airways for building an avenue and creating an opportunity for people with disability, and especially autistic people. That's awesome. How is it like working there?
It's amazing. First of all, it's like I feel every time when when I open the door, getting
With
access
your
to
access card.
yes, with my
Girl.
pass, because obviously you have to have a
Yes,
pass.
yes.
It's a great opportunity, and I feel like just the fact that they have provided this, they want to make the organization as inclusive as possible, which
That's
is
amazing.
it's really uplifting. It's almost, I almost feel emotional every time
Yeah.
I step in there, because it's not so many people, not so many big organizations, because of the stigma that we've gone through,
Yeah.
and that attitudinal, that attitudinal sense, that just because you're differently abled, you can't work in this space.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
they have come out to support
Exactly.
and become, like taking that, just allowing the organization to put, the people first.
Yes.
Yeah. And giving you time, as you were telling me how they have to teach you, to allow you to work at your pace.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. And one of our colleagues, now the trainers, the fact that they also ask us, so not how much, but how do you feel I can support you more?
Wow.
And that question alone it means so much
It's
to us, because
right?
it's really comforting, because not so many people can ask you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, okay, so you have been to university, but when you come in here, you're supposed to know what you're doing.
We have to deliver results.
Exactly. For them, it's okay. Are you okay?
How are you feeling?
How are you feeling? And how do you need me to help you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, Kenya Airways. We appreciate you, and we appreciate organizations such as KQ who are doing that, and we are calling upon all the other organizations to be inclusive, to remember that we are all able differently, and embrace all these different talents. Wow. So Sarah, how have you, how was your journey growing up? How far back can you remember growing up, and what are some of the challenges that you can remember that you went through as, as a child, and even becoming a young adult on the spectrum? How has that been?
It was challenging. Okay, it was to a certain point. When I was I think towards 11, 12, it became harder. But now, before, it was just I was living life as a kid. Like, I was really hyperactive.
Yeah.
I would disappear at events. When
Okay.
we used to go places with my parents.
Yeah.
For events. I would oftenly just wander about, but then come back at the end of the day.
Okay.
So
Would you be like eloping or just?
just wandering, like I was very adventurous. I love adventure
Yeah.
till date. So yeah, just wandering about. I was really hyperactive. The challenges that I faced,
Yeah.
I wasn't good at reading, writing,
Okay.
even holding conversations, sitting still, basically
Okay.
sitting still and holding conversations with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were my challenges. Yeah.
You told me you couldn't read and write properly until what age?
At the age of 10, I think 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the schooling, what are some of the challenges? Since you are telling me you didn't like reading a lot, what were some of the challenges navigating the education system?
Academically, I wasn't good. I wasn't good in actually maths, sciences. I think that's called a dyscalculia, where you're not good with sciences and maths, but you're good with languages. And yes, and being art in the arts, basically. Yeah.
And so were you able to choose things that you like? Were you able to?
Okay, in primary, not so much, because when they had noticed that I wasn't doing well academically, I was first pushed to a special unit in the school, but it didn't really work out. So I was transferred to a special school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and then for what age? For how long?
I think I left primary school at the age of 11.
Okay.
11, 12, yeah.
And then you're able to now transit to high school?
Yeah. I was able to transit to high school, but now in another school, a special school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you discover your passion for IT?
I think that came later on.
Okay.
Later on, like after I finished university. Not finished university. When I finished my certificate course at BIFA Buruburu Institute of Fine Arts.
Okay.
I have a certificate in the fine arts.
Okay.
I'm an artist. I paint. I really, my strength was more on arts, like drawing, painting. After actually when I went to Strathmore is when IT came.
Okay.
To because it became my second interest, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you were able to go through the course comfortably?
Yes. Yeah, neurodivergence in tech. Yeah, it was really good because they have the lecturers there. It's not like the kawaida university you would see the lecturers, but now there's also like a shadow teacher.
Okay.
That really helps the students navigate to the units that they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another big shout out to Strathmore School. Strathmore University, right?
Strathmore University, yeah.
For coming up with such an innovative course for neurodivergence and helping you to now be able to access organizations like KQ and others.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. And we need more of those. Yeah. So what are some of the challenges that you faced and you think other autistic young adults face?
Transitioning.
Day to day, yeah.
Transitioning to like once you are in a special school, transitioning outside without now the support you once had in the school, because it's a whole new environment that you're getting outside.
Yeah.
So and being a neurodivergent and the things that some of us don't like is change.
Yes.
So the
Yeah.
change is now the thing that is really challenging for us neurodivergents. Yeah,
And now you have to navigate on your own.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has it been for your social life?
It's been, I think it's 50-50 because, okay, for atypical is me, or wait, atypical is a person who doesn't have the disability, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, for atypicals, it's like sort of the kawaida thing, but for us neurotypicals, it's very, I feel like we have to work twice as hard
Yeah.
to get, first of all, the attention, first of all, like the attention, second of all, because we all live in a society, we can't be isolated.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to communicate with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and also sustaining friendships, relationships. Unless you're a person who likes researching or social media. I feel social media is powerful when used right. You can find so many support groups that you can join and actually learn from others like yourself. So for me, and that strength to actually come out and just say, yeah, I'm autistic, and it took me a long time.
Okay.
But it's a relief because you find so many other people are also going through the same thing, or something else that is similar to yours.
Yeah. And that can help you to feel supported.
Yeah.
You told me you've just received another diagnosis.
Yes. Yes. It is an eye opener. Because, okay, when I started my advocacy journey in 2019, just interacting with many autistics, be it a child, and you're seeing them being taken through therapy, or an adult who has autism and ADHD, and you're hearing the same kind of, you're hearing the same stories. You kind of pinpoint some traits that they have, and you also have, but you just ignore them. So later on, like, yes, I'm in my 30s, guys. I know I look like Gen Z, but
you look 19. So you're actually a millennial.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
You look quite 19. You've done well with your skin, huh?
I say it's from the family.
After the show, what we are supposed to eat.
So yeah, it's I was going through something just a couple of weeks ago, and I had to stay at home for for 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
It's fine, but now at least just knowing, self-aware that you're not okay, and by the asking for help is not a wrong thing. It actually changes a whole lot. So I just got into therapy, and then I was assessed because I was suspecting I have ADHD. So yeah, we talked to my therapist. He also has ADHD. And I think that's why we understand each other.
Very well.
So I was really excited that I have someone at least who can really understand me in a way, So yeah, he assessed, and now I got the news that I have I have ADHD. And then the funny thing is autism and its spectrum. It also has it overlaps with ADHD. That's why we have coexisting conditions with autism, and it made sense to me.
Now you're being able to understand more things
Exactly.
in terms of how you're feeling and how you're...
Yeah. And how I was as a kid, and like noting down the behaviors that I had, it made so much sense. Yeah.
And how you now navigating your new journey?
I would say it's bittersweet, but it's sweet mostly because I feel like I'm so relieved.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I feel like I'm not okay. Like I'm not myself. Like I'm two people in one body. Yeah.
Wow, that must have been hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now you're doing therapy, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing therapy. As I do therapy.
Therapy for a young adult is... what therapies are you doing? Is
Okay.
it talk therapy or...
Talk therapy right
Okay.
now. I'm also looking to... I was told occupational therapy still. By the way, therapy does not end.
Oh, it doesn't. And it's important for us to know that.
Yes, for neurodivergence, it's not supposed to end because it's a lifelong condition. So you have to make sure that your coping mechanisms are helping you. Otherwise, you'll just get burnout and you won't understand what is happening to you. Yeah.
So as an adult, you do OT?
OT. It depends on the challenges you're going through as an individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
And right now, as a young adult, you can choose for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. A relief for your mother, huh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. How was it for the family, like, growing up with you?
Obviously, it's been challenging for them as well because it's not easy to hear that your child has a disability. There's the denial phase. There's also like the acceptance. Before acceptance, you have to go through denial.
Yeah.
And yes, the stigma you face from family members as well. They say, this child is either aski maneno, kichwa ngumu, or in other places, maybe mashinani, they'll say, oh, mtoto amerogwa, there's someone, maybe the husband kwao sijui ako hivyo, it's
so sad.
It's just, yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
So what would you like to tell your mom? By the way, we celebrate moms here. We celebrate mothers, and I'm sure your dad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you like to tell them? Give them a shout out.
I'd love to tell them, first of all, I love them so much because without them, I wouldn't be the person I am. My personalities, first of all, they're both my parents. So yeah, big up to them, and never giving up on like educating me and making sure that I'm okay at the end of the day.
Yeah, cute. And we celebrate you, Mama and Baba Sarah. Good job. They've done a beautiful job with you. Now this month we're advocating, we are building awareness, we're building acceptance. What are some of the initiatives that you're involved in now that you've become an advocate?
There's the pageant, the Mr. and Miss Autism pageant, which will be happening tomorrow.
Yes, and you're a judge. You're not telling us.
Yes, I'll be judge. I'll be amongst the judges.
Good
the
girl.
5th time, guys. 5th time.
For the 5th time you're judging.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
What do you look out for from the kids?
I look out for just uplifting stories. Like, yes, I have my story, but what about theirs?
Yeah.
It's not about the looks.
Yeah.
It's pageantry. Some of it's about the looks, but for Mr. and Miss Autism Kenya, it's about, change. You change someone's life by telling them your stories.
Yeah.
And I've mentored a couple.
Well
I've
done.
seen so many grow in so many ways. I have one. There's this one guy, Mr. He's Nicholas. He's called Nicholas.
Okay.
And he's so passionate about advocacy. He has like his own foundation, and he's just doing great things.
Wow.
So when I
well
look at
done.
that and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like, because of this pageant, it's
Yes.
making him grow,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and he's adding more of his skills to it, which is now changing perspectives and how people view him or whatever he does. And then there's another, she's called Precious.
Okay.
She has cerebral palsy. And she's also amazing. Like, I keep getting messages from them. They're like good messages, like
Oh,
uplifting.
good.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm really a role model
Well done.
of
And
which,
you are.
thank you.
You are.
I also want them to become role models so that we
Yeah,
can,
to other people.
yes, so that we can expand this
Network.
large
Yeah.
network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because there's so much work to be done.
True.
We need more hands on deck.
Yes.
Yeah, we need more hands
Yeah.
on deck
Yeah.
until we crisscross this Africa and kill those kind of stigmas, like what you're
Yes.
telling me about, like for example, in people imagining that this was caused by another power,
Yeah.
which is completely not true. And we find that those kind of things, people waste so much time. You waste a lot of time thinking about witchcraft and other things instead of moving towards taking action, and
yeah.
advocating.
Yeah.
So we need a lot of hands on deck. Yeah. So what will you tell people for you know, in the neighborhoods, in families, in workplaces? What's your message?
I'd like to say that support in any way you can. Don't feel like because they're acting a certain way, it should offend you. Just be there for that person. Don't never judge a book by its cover, because yes, autism is an invisible condition, but we can look beyond the condition and actually improve instead of judging, instead of looking it at a very backward thinking. Just ask. It's polite to ask even the parents, or so how can I handle them?
Yeah.
How do you handle them? And how can they be accommodated? Yeah, that's just it.
Awesome. Yeah. And let's love one another.
Yeah.
Let's support each other out there. What do you do for fun?
Me, I watch
You.
movies. I watch movies. I love hanging out with my friends. I love adventures, so I'm an outdoors person.
Okay.
Whenever I get the time, I go swimming.
Okay. I was going to ask
Yeah.
whether you have a sport. Yeah.
The sport that I only know is just dancing.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
Because you said you love music.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you whether you steam. You know, like children have all this steaming. Does steaming, do you still steam, and how do you handle it?
Yeah, actually, no, I tried so much to mask it, but sometimes I chew my tongue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and it helps a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You enjoy it?
I enjoy it, yes, I enjoy it. I make it feel like seem like that I'm chewing gum, so it's I mask it.
Okay.
So no one knows, just do it.
Yeah.
And people assume that I'm chewing gum. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's all these types of ways of being able to regulate yourself. Nice. Okay. So thank you so much for telling us your story. And I believe that your story will encourage a lot of other young adults who probably are not, you know, like able to, or maybe haven't even received a diagnosis. Yeah, because there are a lot of people who are just not knowing what's going on with them. Like now, what you've just received a new diagnosis. Yeah. How is the dating life looking like? Are we getting married now that you said you hit 30? Big 3
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
comes
oh
with
my gosh, I'm just
pressure.
waiting.
Now I'm pressuring you like a mother.
Anyway, me, I was pressured
And I don't
kitambo
want to-
by
and I
my
don't
grandmother. Like,
Oh,
I
she
was
used to pressure you.
like just a couple of months, no, actually last year, she's like, so unaleta kijana siku gani?
Hao watu wa Nairobi wako na macho,
Unajua tunataka
hawakuoni?
watoto. Yes, I've been dating. an atypical.
Yay!
Yeah. We're reaching, I think, 5 years now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now we actually, like your grandmother is saying, we need ring on it, boy.
Yeah, just tell him.
Ring on it.
Ring on it.
Yes. So that we can go and dance.
Yeah.
It'll
But
happen.
it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah. And it's comforting, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Just go with it. Go with the flow. Yeah. Enjoy it. And I am so happy that you have found love and you have found family and you're working. And I can only wish you all the best in advocacy, work life, love life, family life, wherever it goes. I think the most important thing is to be happy every day.
True.
Yeah, and you look very happy. And you have encouraged a lot of us. You know, me who is looking at my 5-year-old, another person maybe has a 7-year-old, and we can now see how the future looks like. But the beautiful thing, and what I would tell parents out there who are raising children on the spectrum, is to just be open and go with it, because the spectrum is not the same for any. I mean, the spectrum is as wide as it is, and that's why it's called a spectrum, and there's no journey that is like another. Yeah, so this is your journey, and our children and other people will have their journeys, and the most important thing is to be happy every day and to celebrate every day. Good. So thank you so much. Parting shot to our viewers.
Let's enjoy this April.
Yeah.
Because it means a lot for us neurodivergents. It's the reason why we're here, the reason why we're creating this awareness, because we want to help the next neurodivergent discover themselves, love themselves, because acceptance is so much work, and acceptance is winning, and when you're winning, you would want the community to win as well. So yeah, that's my parting shot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, our viewers. We had Sarah Bosibori, who is a young adult on the spectrum. She works. She has a boyfriend. She has a life. She's acing it all around. And you're a great example to the world. We wish you all the best. And when you continue with your initiatives, please call us. We are going to support you. So thank you so much, viewers. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, bye-bye. Yay! We did it. That was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
I did.
Come on. Oh, thank you so much.